The importance of paying attention to permeating forces of power. At any given time and place, whether we're standing still or in a race, our lives are governed by forces of power so great we may never be able, and shouldn't try, to identify either the source or entirety of their influential agency. I am not, in fact, speaking about stars in space or the gravity of gravity or any other universal law that exists outside the scope of human control and society. However, surely these forces are immense in their effect. However, these natural cycles and circumstances exist, I suspect, without conscious intent, nor do their realizations in the world occur because of premeditated strategies designed for demand and reward, enacting authority perilously. I hope it's becoming clearer that the cogencies of control I seek to avert are the ascendant faculties from which the systems and structures of our institutional reality are constructed palimpsestrally, decade by decade, movement by movement, revolution risen and revolution subdued. I seek to question, though don't claim to know, the way social change and societal stagnancy seem to have a certain ebb and flow, and which invisible invading clouds are responsible for determining which direction we will go. Think of the simplest actions you take in each day, the languages and signals that you use to salute and to say, the choices you choose to make, and all interactions in which you participate and partake. Now try to imagine what greater powers are at hand compelling those actions and plans. Ones that you might have tried to claim as being by your own design, but after brief examination, you will undoubtedly find very few facts, very few acts, if any at all, are instances of genuine initiative from just one individual. It's not your fault, though you may feel defensive. Many of us would much prefer an imperviously blind perspective. Many of us would rather believe in the illusion of our self-conceived self-determination than to have to face the disheartening discovery that our lives are ruled by intangible regulation. But if you are willing to lift the veil of comfortable complacency, an act I behoove you to heed with great caution, it may be revealed to you that monstrous truth so often forgotten, who has existed all along beside us, but which has been cleverly and connivingly shrouded and convincingly crafted disguises, deceiving even the fabricators of their own invention. What is this truth, you may ask? What is the nature of the alluded to creature that lurks just outside and behind your peripheral view, like a passing shadow on the wall that appears too strange and too large and lasting just a little bit too long to be true? Well, I haven't got a better clue than could be deduced by any other one of you. However, after much time in confounding contemplation, and after reviewing and reducing any ridiculous conflations, I have come to a few queering conclusions, which I concede to share with you if you will accept to hear them, though you must consider that once it has been said, there is no going back to your cozy little bed, or receding within your closeted head. Once you know the truth I have to spare, the only course you can take is to follow anything but the road, if you dare. I warn you, though, that the unroad can be quite dangerous, dusty, dreary, and oftentimes darkness will be your only company. But you've been living in the metaphorical dark all this time, right? So you'll let your newfound knowledge be your figurative light, which ain't that illuminating in the literal dark, but it'll have to be enough. Well, dear friend, do you agree or contend to receive what I have to offer? I'd be lying by saying it won't be a shocker. It's worth it, I reckon, but I'm biased to my side. And I certainly couldn't deny what a blessing it would be to redistribute this burden from one that's only kept by me to a load balanced between two that includes an I and a you. I won't blame you either way. It's a very hard thing to choose. You do? You want to know the truth? At least what part and parcel I might have that is of any use? Well, I'll be damned, and am dearly delighted, no doubt. Maybe a bit surprised by how this all turned out. All right then, let's proceed. Forget codes of conduct and come sit next to me. Get prepared for just a little bit more listening. We'll have to carry out the rest of this truth transaction in nothing more above a whisper. So I won't mind if you need to lean in closer. These are words that won't want to be misheard. Don't be too nervous about remembering it exactly, though. Our words aren't meant to be twins, more like sisters, you know? At least just keep the foundations of the cause within the same, shall we say, family? It's only fair that some second cousin clause thrice removed from a parenthetical pause whose uncle's mother's brother-in-law is welcome to the counter-political party. Well, are you ready finally? Here it goes. In want of fancifully prepared prose, this is the gist of it, in short order form oration. It's a lie. Every time you were told to or to not try, Every single presumed impossibility and litigated limitation, they never wanted you to succeed. They placed your aspirations in a closed jar of dreams. They scripted your mutilated fantasies into something you could watch on TV. They manufactured marketable ideas into items meant to mimic satisfaction, but only temporarily, so that you would never cease your search for the ultimate unknown one that would never be filled, always forgotten, and paying for selfhood that would never be gotten nor would ever be won. Every single scrap that you hold, they sculpted out of money-shaped molds. Every cigarette you smoked when you felt lonely and cold, and every time you were told, not enough, not enough. They were never on your side. It was always a bluff. Every promise was a sin. They never wanted you to win. It's a lie. It is a lie. Any and every projection or proclamation of God and creation does not express its unconditional and irrevocable love for you is a lie. It's a lie. Thank you.